Welcome to the Austin Method, where we help you develop the skills of square dancing. All right, so this is the two-couple intro. We wanted to let you know what you're in for here in the two-couple stuff. The two-couple material is designed to be done with two couples. This allows students and sponsors, students and students to get together. Anytime you can get two couples together to practice, that's what this material is for, or to learn and practice. That's what this material is for. It's to supplement group lessons if you're taking them. Otherwise, it's to learn on your own. It is a little bit larger than the one couple material, in just that there's more material and you have to keep up on the one couple material as well, so it's a little bit larger. It covers, with the one couple material, we're covering about 70 or 80% of the calls, so you'll be well on your way to having the skills you need to square dance when you get done with the two couple material. We've broken this section up into 4 parts. The first part is the 200 A, B, and C reviews. Those reviews are at the very beginning because they are the one couple material in two couple choreography. They're a little challenging. They're meant to be. They're meant to make sure that you're ready to take on the two couple material. Nobody's going to be disappointed. They're also meant to reinforce the two couple material, get you some experience working as two couples with material that you're already somewhat familiar with, but you're not going to get through them in one try. It's going to take a little effort, but if you can get through them in a reasonable amount of time, you are ready for the two couple material. So make sure you try out those 200 A, B, and C reviews. The other parts to this section are similar to what you've already done in the one couple stuff. It's the guidance videos and the dance sequences and the choreography, as you've already seen. So pretty straightforward. If you're not already working with another couple, we have some suggestions about where you can find other couples. If somebody's sponsored you into square dancing, you can work with them. One of the best places to go is other students in your class. They need practice. If you're taking group classes, they need practice as well. They need to learn this stuff. So they're often very willing to come over to your house or you to theirs. You can also, invite non-square dancing friends. Show them what you're doing. Let them do the one couple material. You'll have to wait for them to catch up to you, but not a big deal. It can be fun to help them through the one couple material. So one thing to keep in mind, no matter who you get, whether it's experienced dancers or your classmates from a group class or non-dancing friends that you want to bring through, anyone you're working with needs to be familiar with this material because it is progressive and it's not laid out as traditional classes, and it does present the material in a different way and sometimes in a more thorough way than other dancers may have ever been experienced to. So you'll have more luck, you'll be more successful if they've actually gone through the one couple material. And one way to convince them to go through that one couple material, of course, is to have them do the 200 A, B, and C reviews with you. If they can get through it, then they're ready. If they can't, they might need to do a little review of the one couple material. If you need to wait for somebody to catch up to you, you decide to invite family or friends to do this as well. Don't forget to continue with your own one couple reviews to keep your skills fresh. The two couple material does introduce the majority of the formations you'll see and starts introducing additional identifiers. So if you haven't watched the videos on these topics, it might be a good time to do so. The links are below. If you're working with experienced square dancers, some of them won't understand this curriculum and they may argue with it and say things like, you don't need to know that much. They might be unwilling to catch up. It might be in your best interest to find someone else if they fight against the curriculum. This is a harder course. It definitely prepares you better than most people have traditionally been prepared. And some people are unwilling to acknowledge that they might not be as good as they think they are. So keep that in mind. In the two-couple material, we will have you forming up as either facing couples or couples 1 and 2. Let me turn on the numbers here. The red is couple number 1. Here's the caller. Couple number 1 has their back to the caller. Now, you don't have a caller. You can put the speakers there if that helps remind you, because that's often where the speakers are in the room as well. And then to their right is couple number 2. We've blocked out 3 and 4 because this is two-couple material. This is what we're talking about when we have you square up or form up as couples 1 and 2. When we form up as a squared set or a square, we have heads and sides. Couple numbers 1 and 3 are heads. Couples number 2 and 4 are sides. This material is covered in more thoroughly under general info in the formations, but it's important that you know whether you're a head or a side. Couple number 1 is going to be the heads. Couple number 2 is going to be the sides. Also, a good thing to do when you're doing these dance sequences and reviews is dance them as both heads and sides. That way you get exposure to the choreography from both sides, because it isn't perfectly even in terms of the exposure to the calls. So good to dance both couple 1 and couple 2 as you go through this material. In the two-couple material, when we have you form up as facing couples, this is what we're expecting. You to form up as normal couples facing each other, about little more than a handshake's distance apart. All the demonstrations will be as heads, couples number 1 and 3. When you dance as couples 1 and 2 as opposed to facing couples, it's important that you know whether you're heads or sides. The material that has you form up as facing couples, it doesn't matter, and you don't have to do it from both sides. All the calls are symmetrical, and everybody will be doing the same thing.